Hello, this is Mike Oliver with How to Grow Your Small Business, Grow Tip number 91. Everybody needs to know the 3 reasons people will buy from you. And there may be many more reasons that people will buy for you, but you can boil those all down into just 3. A long time ago in a galaxy far away, I attended the Xerox Professional Selling School. It was about 1979, I think it was. And there I learned a number of things, and I'll be sharing those with you in various grow tips. But this one is probably the most important, and it's the one that stuck with me throughout many startups and consulting engagements and currently in my business, o4bo.com. So, people buy to satisfy a need. It may be a business need, a business requirement, a product that they must buy, or something they buy to help them do a better job, whatever it might be. On a consumer level, it might be, they want something. They need new sheets. They need new plates. They need something. So that's universal. But why do they buy from one person over another, or one company over another, or one website over another? That's what we're going to talk about today. They buy from the first salesman that has what they need. Now, that could be, back in the day, a typewriter. And, really everybody knew that IBM Selectric was the best electric typewriter you could buy. So that was the one they immediately thought of, so it was the first person they called, and they got the business, even though there were plenty of other Royal and a bunch of other ones that were available. Some were actually quite good, even arguably better than IBM, but people knew IBM, they trusted IBM, so they called the IBM salesman. And then the IBM salesman, who was just selling typewriters and ribbons and print balls, he would also come in and talk about, oh, we have this new key punch machine, or we have this new whatever. And so they were almost always the first one people thought of when they needed something along the lines of business machines. And you can think of other brands and other places. You go to the mall and you look for this, or you need a widget, and so you go to the widget company. So it all depends on who is in the front of your mind, not necessarily who makes the first sales call. And if it's a restaurant, it's brand and location. Although one of the jokes from the sales course was, with a restaurant, it's location, location, location. But we all know that a well-placed location for a restaurant is going to add to your customer traffic, getting walk-by traffic and so forth. They buy from the salesman with the lowest perceived risk. Now, IBM is also the one where they say, nobody ever got fired for buying IBM. I can depend on IBM. IBM's always served me well. And so, even though IBM was more costly in many cases, even today, people still have that same perceived risk. Oh, if it's from China and it's lower price, it's got to be bad quality, and I don't want to take a chance. So they buy from the salesman or the company or the website with the lowest perceived risk. And then they buy from the salesman with the best solution, the best product. If you want a Rolex watch, you're not going to buy it from the salesman that has, Timex. And if you buy a Rolex watch from a Rolex dealer, it's going to cost you a lot more than it will if you buy it from a guy on a street corner. Even though the guy on the street corner may be selling a stolen Rolex that's just as good as the one you buy from the dealer, it's still going to be a higher perceived risk. And many times with the IBM analogy, IBM not only was the first one people called and the lowest perceived risk because of the reliability and the reputation and so forth, but often they actually had the best product. So in those cases, they won. They won on all three. Now, to penetrate a market, you might need to get a better location. You might need to have the lowest price. And you might need to put a little extra effort into the products that you sell or the services that you sell so that you can get as many of these three as you possibly can. Okay, so some added reading. I was doing some research, and I did a search for reasons people buy. And guess what? I found everything I could possibly need. You'll find articles that say 20 reasons why you should, and 10 reasons people buy, and the 2 reasons people always buy, and that kind of thing. But that Google search will yield everything you need to know, and you'll probably find some that back up what I've just told you. Thank you very much. See you on the next tip.